Tiz Talk Podcast.
Welcome every Tiz Gang member back to the 35th episode of the Tiz Talk Podcast. And not only is it the 35th episode of the Tiz Talk Podcast, it is the 35th birthday of yours truly, Chuck Tiz. Cheers to myself.
Cheers,
let's go.
Yeah.
Hey, let's get it.
Yeah, and just to start things off real quick.
1
Fuck
year
all the haters because the Astros fucking whooped that ass tonight. I want to see this rematch between the Dodgers and the motherfucking Astros, dude, in the World Series. We are one game away from hitting to go into the World Series again.
Yes, sir.
That's right.
If any motherfuckers, as we've said before, y'all want to keep calling us cheaters,
We don't care.
we don't care. The whole goddamn
care.
the whole story of baseball is all about stealing signs, spaces, whatever.
Yeah.
We gonna beat you anyway. Who gives a fuck?
That's facts.
Anyways, Tiz Gang, thank you for joining us. I guess this is a special day. I'm getting old too. Well, I'm getting old. Cheers, I'm getting old.
1 year closer to death, man.
Sometimes it's one day.
You're not 40, bro. Shit.
The way I've lived on life. Shit. What up, Mopey? Welcome
What up,
back to
baby?
the show, dude. It's been
Hey.
It's been a while.
It's been quite a couple months, man. You know,
Yeah.
we're all been busy, but hey,
And now we're on YouTube, dude.
we're in the big screen, baby. Let's go.
We're doing this thing.
Let's go.
We're doing it. I see Tuok over there sipping that Ron Zacapa.
Yeah, man, it's really good. As it gets a little bit more opened up with this extra XO, man, it's really fucking smooth.
So, your
That's right.
opinion, just go with the regular Ron.
I don't know. Now that it's getting a little melty and cold as shit, man, it's pretty fucking nice, man.
So I told you I was going to go pick up a bottle of scotch and all that, and I just never did it. So I'm just sitting here drinking these Voodoo Rangers IPAs.
See, to me, I think it just depends what you're trying to do and what your budget is. Like,
Well, I had the budget for it, thanks to
no,
Walmart.
I'm just saying in general. You might have both a couple bottles of Ron Z23 and then one bottle of the XO just to kind of let it run. But I think actually bang for the buck. Hold on, let me give it like a real.
Yeah, give it the real taste test. Come on,
The real
what do we
taste
got?
buds right there. Give us the real advice. What you think about?
You gotta
Get
switch
it,
around.
get it in your gums. Let it
Yeah, I
let
just
it get
had
in
to,
your gum. Let it get in your gum line. Let it sink in
There
there
you
a
go.
little
There
bit.
you go. Sing it all in. Just like get all the details about it.
It's really nice, but I think that the other one actually has more flavor. This is a little smoother, but the other one actually has more of the flavors that you want. I think so. I'm going with the regular.
Well, then I'm glad that I asked you because I'm going to get some tomorrow. Thanks to Walmart, I'm going to go grab me some scotch and some regular Ron Zacapa. Then
Yeah, man. You
And when I
can't go wrong.
yeah, I mean that's just delicious. Tiz Gang, when I say thanks to Walmart, I don't want no bragging here, but Walmart did me very well this week in the market. Basically, it was a nice little birthday gift. All I can say. Paid very minimal amounts for the contracts, and they went up like what 1,000 next. I don't even fucking know what they went.
1,000%.
Something like that. It doesn't matter. It's just gonna pay for my own birthday present. Is what it's gonna do. It's just some expensive liquor.
Baby.
Thanks. Anyways, this gang, welcome back to the 35th episode on the 35th birthday of the Tiz.
Hey.
Hey.
So before we get
Next
even running on anything, because I know Mopey's got, he can't stay here the whole time, but Moby, it's been what 6 months or so since you've been on the show. What's up? What's good with it, son? What's up in your life,
Man,
homie?
all I can say is I'm going through a lot of hard work and dedication right now. 'Cause I'm taking trading as a full-time job, and I know every trader goes through a difficult journey through all this shit. But at the end of the day,
don't chase nothing mountain.
no. Follow the herd, baby. Follow the herd.
You know what I
Sorry,
mean when I say that, right? You heard
Yeah.
the controversy when too woke.
I know what you mean, bro.
So when you
Not
say
following
follow the
that.
herd, you're just following the motions, just like a Wall Street's bet style.
Exactly. Just go with discipline while you're doing it. Don't go
Okay.
crazy. Don't.
All you
follow
gotta do is
stupid.
type in !tendies on the Bag Boys Discord server. It'll tell you all the liquidity and all of the out of the money options for the weeklies that have like the most like money injected into them. It's craziness.
Hey,
Like
so sorry to cut in again, man. This drink just keeps changing on me. It's starting to, it's starting to taste like cognac. I think this is actually, you just have to let that ice melt a little bit, man. It's getting really fucking good.
Well, it is the XO, right?
Mhm.
That's how they label them cognacs, man. I hope you don't have a hangover tomorrow like I had like, a couple
No,
weeks
it's
ago.
straight, man. You drink it straight, you don't get a hangover.
Shit, I mean, dude,
Take it like a shot. Take it like a shot. Y'all be good.
If you mix all that sugar and juice with it, then you get fucked. But if
Well,
you're
I was just hanging out with the Slim Reaper, and you know how that shit goes. That motherfucker was sitting there pounding down fucking whiskey drinks, like the whiskey whistle pig, fucking bourbon. I don't know. I was like, dog,
oh, that whistle pig.
I'm sticking a beer tonight, dog. I was like, I ain't getting one of them hangovers again, man.
Taking it light, bro. That's how we're doing it. We're taking it light. Nice little beer. That's all we need.
Yeah. And so, anyways, again, thanks for being on the show, guys. Mopey, I'm glad you joined, and I'm glad you got your strategy and you're building that port back up. September was a horrible month for me in the market. My port went down like, I'm not gonna tell you how much. Let's just say it was several grand, but I've recouped. October seems to be doing me well. I don't know. I know Two Woke plays a different style. He's more of a leap call or long-term investor when, I'm more of a short-term kind of guy.
Yeah, I mean, everything's been just kind of slow and steady, going up.
Venom, baby. Tap 25.
Venom, HII.
25, bro. We were talking about this shit 1 year ago when it was sub 7. Okay.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah,
You remember that shit, Mopey?
Yeah, bro.
It tapped 25 yesterday.
Rode it from like 8 to 10 all the way to.
Dude, that shit fucking rode. I'm glad I'm still holding those shares. But anyways, this is not what the Tiz Talk podcast is about. We are not financial advisors and we do not give advice. We just like to tell you what we're doing.
Play at your risk. Just play at your risk.
If you want to follow the plays that we get into, you're more than welcome to. Just click the link below on the YouTube. It's also on all of the audio platforms. The Bag Boys Discord server celebrating that 1 year anniversary, which happens to be my motherfucking birthday.
That's right.
That's when we all met each other back in that shitty ass Market Gains fucking Discord.
Hey man, I'm gonna go get some more of this shit. I'll be right back.
Okay, all right. Well, anyways, I had a couple things I want to talk about. I don't like to just keep talking about the market, but since we're on it and I know you have to leave, Tesla did report their Q3 earnings today and they blew out of the water. I mean, they wrecked their earnings. Now, what happened? Their fucking stock went down in after hours. Of course, profit takers are coming in. Now let's see what happens in pre-market. I'm holding some long-term, well, I say long-term, at least month calls on some strikes, call strikes out of the money, but they were expensive. But, if it dips, I'll scale and ride that shit out. Because I think in the next 2 weeks, I think Tesla's going to at least clear 900.
At least about to be about 900, 910 bucks.
I mean, it's going to go down tomorrow. I'm pretty confident. And that's when I'll scale. But yeah, I mean, it was an impressive report. I mean, Tesla, they crushed it. I mean, legitimately crushed their third quarter earnings, but yet it's so crazy how this works. They crush their earnings, yet the stock goes parabolically down. I can't stand these fucking profit
makers, bro.
Stock like, you know what else it is though? Is I think a stock like that is priced like you're talking years ahead of where the valuation. You know what I mean? Like the hype is. I'm not talking shit about it. I'm saying that like people are seeing way into the future. So short term earnings don't really matter to Tesla right now at all.
You're right, but key points. Tesla reported their third quarter earnings after the bell today, and it's a beat on both the top and bottom lines. The record results were driven by improved gross margins of 30.5% on its automotive business and 26.6% overall, both of which are records for at least the last 5 quarters. The company stock dropped less than a point after hours on the results. And you know why? That's because the fucking profit takers come in, and that's fine. I kind of wanted to dip so I can scale in and get a better price on my position.
I think that you know what's funny about Tesla. It'll be interesting to see how it does in a bear market. Now I'm not saying it's coming, but 5-6 years down the line, like car companies post major losses when it's time for losses. You know what I mean? Like big time. So
they've got competition now too. You got Lucid. I mean,
right?
Neo, Xpeng.
You got different competitors from China.
I mean, you got what's the new one?
Well, forget the new guys. You're gonna have GM. You're gonna have
Ford,
all the big boys getting
Ford's in it.
So.
Yeah, I mean, so their competition is coming. I mean, it's here, but people like to say it's like, well, it took Tesla this long to get this far, and look at how fast these other ones. It's like, yeah, well, Tesla was the first ones to fucking do it.
Yeah, they blazed that trail.
So it's like that doesn't mean shit to me.
No, that doesn't mean shit. No.
And look, the record results. The record results were driven. I'll leave it at this. Were driven by improved gross margins of 30.5%. I already talked about that. Automotive revenues rose to $12.06 billion, and cost of automotive revenue amounted to $8.38 billion for the quarter. Tesla also generated $806 million in revenue from its energy business, which combines solar and storage products, and an $894 million in service and other revenues, which include vehicle maintenance and repairs, auto insurance, and sale of Tesla branded merchandise, among other things. Tesla has disclosed in the past financial filings. I can go on and on and on. It's like they crush their earnings, but yet the stock goes down on after hours.
You know what's interesting about that is like
Wall Street bets. Fuck you.
Tesla's pretty much like an iPad with a car around it. You know what I mean? Like it's kind of a shitty car. I mean the motor's dope, and it's fun to go fast, but the car kind of it's not that nice as far as the luxury vehicle is concerned. So
I know. Watch out for them Lucid Airs that are coming out. Do you think
the focus of Tesla going forward is going to be more getting ingrained, more like a GE type of company where they're into power? You think all that peripheral shit is going to actually become the main focus, or do you think it's still the cars that like make the brand? You know what I mean? Like as these other companies come out, there's going to be much nicer electric vehicles. You know what I mean? Like that are made better.
So Moby, you go first because I have my opinion, but I want to hear yours.
Of course. I think for the most part, Tesla's of course is always going to be recognized by their cars, but it's going to be kind of an old thing as time goes on because it can't just be their cars all the time. It has to be other innovative products that they come along, like their solar panel technology, like Spaceship Star X that they're trying to build up with, Musk.
They did send a report out saying that SpaceX is going to make Elon the first trillionaire.
Yeah, I mean that's
what they
that's
said.
kind of what I'm getting at is like Tesla could become more of a government contractor, like a Boeing or a Lockheed Martin type of company, more than
I
a
was about to
fucking,
say Lockheed Martin or
you know,
fucking Halliburton and shit
yeah,
like that.
somebody that's just ingrained in society. You don't have to even buy their
Shout out
product.
to Dick Cheney.
Yeah, I won't
Halliburton
lie. Tesla has kind of
paved the way for all of
well,
us.
no, but I always thought they were kind of a joke as a car company is concerned. But as far as everything else, they really are moving faster than I thought they would be, getting ingrained into like the government. Because once you're flying the government to space and once they're using you for fucking power plants and shit, like it's over, done deal. Like
Oh, look
you're the
what happened
man.
to fucking SPCE, Virgin
All I can
Galactic,
say is the
dude.
Tesla.
Jesus Christ, their stock went from 50 something. Now they're like sub 20.
Yeah. Well, yeah. What were you saying, Mopey?
Yeah. No, I'm saying is that going into conclusion with Tesla before I have to hop off now. Fortunately, I have to hop off just early. But all I can say
It's all
about
good.
Tesla
You
is
can
that,
come back in if you want to, if you can.
yeah, I'll
later.
definitely try to come back in when I get home. But all I can say about Tesla is that it's not going to be just about their cars anymore. Now the Cybertruck will come in. Yeah, that might get some popularity, but that's not the main focal point about Tesla nowadays. Now they have to come up with some new innovative type of invention or equipment or something that's going to
Which
make
they
them
have.
still stand.
They have.
Now stand out. That's going to stand out more than their competitors that they have.
I think it's going to come down to, I think even more than I think it's going to be, can you, and it will take some innovation, but I think it'll be, can you become a utility? Can you become, a product that's used no matter what, just like a nuclear power plant, right? Like you don't think about who you're buying power from, but it's there and you're paying for it. And that's what I think Tesla's going to be based on. Is like, are we using you daily?
Like basically the new age
Infrastructure,
GE or something
Yeah.
like that, like of this type of
Yes.
technology.
Something more
Yeah.
major that's not just cars or solar panels or space.
Yeah.
Something that's much more bigger in grand scale.
Yeah.
That's what it will be.
Yeah, exactly.
No, I agree with all of this. I mean, honestly, thanks for bringing that to my attention. 'Cause I didn't think about it like that. I've always thought of Tesla as just, electronic vehicles and solar panels, and then you have their competition. But honestly, you're right. They could be like the next like GE of that sector. But at the same time, who's going to win this race? Because now they're going into space and shit, and it's all over the place.
And that's my point. Is like, I think Musk is at that critical mass right now where there's not much turning back to. He is the man. Bezos obviously is the man, but he doesn't.
Big Dick Bezos.
Yeah, big Bezos. I mean, he swings that thing around and he gets his way. But I think Elon is already ahead in the space. I think.
They made that very clear. They actually had an article about it. Like,
yeah, and then
Richard Branson's last in place now.
Well, Richard Branson took the stupid route. I mean, to be honest,
it's like flying an airplane.
Flying an airplane's not going to help it.
And I see, I see that as like, it's cool, whatever, but that's not going to get you government contracts that are going to make you billions and billions of dollars, like SpaceX is going to get.
That's all.
So hey, when SpaceX goes public, IPO, baby.
SpaceX, which Google owns, I think like 10% of SpaceX, which is
they're not public yet, but they do own a decent amount. But
before y'all boys continue, I do unfortunately need to hop off. I'll try to come back later. Y'all stay for a while.
You're good, man. You're good. Me and T-Luck will take it. If you want to join, the link is available. Just hop right back on in, man.
Cheers.
I definitely will. I'll try to catch up, boys.
Thanks for hopping in, Mops. If we don't see you later, man,
I'll definitely try to see you when I get home, my boys. All right? I'll try to be there like the next 30.
Peace
out, baby. Woo.
So yeah, I will say like Tesla's kind of proved me. Well, it remains to be seen still, but in the very beginning, I was like, man, this is retarded valuations. But I see where I still think it's overvalued, but I think that I see where it's going now. Like as far as like I said, I think that they will be a mainstay in our infrastructure. Municipally, state wise.
I agree.
And so, boom, maybe he'll even get into weapons and shit, and then it's over.
Oh shit! Well, that's like Terminator shit right there.
Yeah. By the way, so interestingly enough, this Ron Zacapa, it's finished in cognac casks.
Well, no wonder it tasted so sweet.
Dude, you can taste I'll say this about this XO, okay? It has one of the finest wood finishes that I've tasted in anything. Like you can taste the cognac, you know what I mean? And that's from these oak barrels that were cognac finished. So you can taste that, but the rum itself, I feel like you don't get as much of the stuff I like from the flavor of rum. So it's like I'm digging this raisin sweet cognac taste.
It's so funny when you're holding your glass. It's like it looks like the way in the camera picks it up. It's like this cylinder shape, but it's like you can't see it. It's just like a cylinder. Clear. Yeah, no, it's not clear. It's like the background has it, but you can see the cylinder. I
can see it like right there.
That's fantastic,
dude. It is. It's really good, but it's different. It's not your typical rum, so that's why I like rum. So Zacapa, I think the other one is more of like a good rum, but this one is almost something different. It almost tastes like I'm drinking. It's like almost I'm not drinking rum. I'm tasting like a cognac light, if that makes sense. Like it's a light cognac.
I've never been like a huge fan of like cognac or brandy and all that. But I mean, like it's like something you sip, right?
I have started to really like cognac.
No, I like it. It's just it's like a special occasion kind of thing. Like I can't drink cognac every day.
I'm starting to be a cognac sipper, along with rum. Like
for me, get that Remy Martin. Get that Remy Martin, baby.
I'm on that. I was drinking this Hine, Hine. BSOP, and then I drank this Decorte XO, which is nice. I like cognac. I taste the like raisiny. I like that kind of raisin.
It's sweet. It's barrel aged. I mean, I get it. No worries. But I've always just been a Scotch, tequila, and basically a bourbon guy when it comes to liquor. Now I absolutely fucking hate vodka, but I will drink it if someone gives it to me. And I got a birthday shot with the Slim Reaper. Now the place we were at, they gave it to me. They were like, oh, do you live here? And I'm like, no. I'm like, why? And they're like, well, because you get a discount if you live at the place next door. I'm like, well, I don't live there, but I go, my birthday's tomorrow. Bam, slam my ID. He goes, I'll bring you a shot. And I was like, oh shit, what are you gonna bring me a shot of? And it was some fruity tooty shit,
They gave you some fruity tooty shit.
Yeah, it was all right. I mean, I took it down. Slim Reaper's trying to join. Oh shit.
Oh no.
And then I'll send him a link. Let's see what happens.
There goes any chance of a civilized conversation.
Let's just see what happens. It's all editable anyway.
Hey, I'm not saying it's bad. I just said there goes the civilized conversation.
But yeah, well, Slim Reaper, it's been a while since he's been on the show too.
Yeah, I mean,
because basically it's just been me and you. Yeah, and Jocko and Jocko Taco that one time.
Yeah, by the way, 35,000 views on some of the top shows. That's pretty good, man.
We finally pulled the numbers. That was pretty legit. The highest listened to episode, the best, most informative one.
That's a small fucking city, 35,000. I mean, that's,
we're talking about, what was it called?
It's all our fans
the big misunderstanding. The big misunderstanding. The war on drugs.
Which maybe we need to do more of shows based on one topic. That might be interesting to keep, try that out. Because
it's funny. I actually shared this show with some people that I normally wouldn't. And they listened to Kings of Nothing Mountain, and when I got the text, and they were like, "Dude, this show is fucking hilarious." I'm laughing
they
my
liked
ass
it.
off. And the dude's fucking, you know, this guy's in his 40s.
Okay,
And,
nice.
and he's just laughing. And he's texting me. And I met him at a trade show years ago. And I was at this trade show like last week, and I saw him. I was like, "Yo, what up, dude?" And then we started talking, and little did I know, motherfuckers was doing. He was in he had a role in that movie Machete with Myra from high school.
Yeah. She pulls like a phone out of her.
Yes, he's
Yeah.
in that movie. He's like, "You know Myra?" I'm like, "Yeah, I went to high school with that girl, dude."
Yeah.
He's like, "No way." And he's like, he's in a bunch of shit.
Nice,
So
man.
I showed him the show, and he listened. He goes, "Right, classic. I love this shit." He goes, "You sound
Nice.
like you're high all the time." I'm like, "Well, half the time I am, half the time I'm not. I was hungover as fuck last time." But he just, he's just like, "Dude, keep it up, keep it up." All right, so we got the Slim motherfucking Reaper in the house. Mopey just left. He might join us again. I don't fucking know. But Slim Reaper is in the house. We were just hanging out watching the Astros kick
So
some
you know what,
fucking ass. And the
Tiz,
Dodgers
you know what we
are getting their asses kicked right now.
Tiz, you know what we gotta say. The Slim Reaper is here. So you know what that means.
Go ahead and say it.
The 1, 2, 3 to the 4, 5, 6. Or as Tony Two Woke says, speed means freedom of the soul.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. It's good to have the Slim Reaper.
Slim
back on the
Reaper always
show.
getting deeper, man.
I know,
Yeah.
man. I had my Cal Ripken retirement, but unlike the Iron Man, I'm back.
No one's
He's
got
back,
more hits.
baby. He's back,
Yeah.
baby.
The guy doesn't miss a game, okay? He's just like Cal Ripken.
Yeah, no. Me and him were chilling, having some drinks, some food, watching the game. We kicked some ass.
Yeah.
Fuck all the haters who talk shit on
Well,
the
I
Astros.
just got to say, shout out to Alex Verdugo. I yelled at his bitch ass. Game 1, me and my
He
boy
did.
went. Game 1, he is the overweight, underheighted, short leprechaun bitch.
I
that
hope he
call him.
hears this shit.
I hope so,
Tua,
too.
looks like you need a refill.
I do. I'm gonna go get another one in a second, but I want to hear the rest of Slim Reaper's.
Go ahead.
No,
He just basically yelled at this dude. He was at the game so much that the guy turned around and basically was pissed the fuck off.
So too what? There are people that don't like to heckle, and they're like, "Oh, there's that guy." So it is a historical pastime of mine. I love to heckle. I love to troll, but I will troll to your face. So, but there are a certain set of rules that you have to follow when you're going to heckle like crazy. You never go after a guy's family. That's off limits. Families, family sacred ground. But, let's say so Verdugo in game 1, he like slid into second base. So I'm sitting there saying like, "Oh, Verdugo, get some toilet paper, bitch. You look like you crapped your pants." But it's like,
because he had a brown streak.
Well, man, yeah, he had a hell of a brown streak. He looked like he had some Taco Bell, so I had to make sure he didn't slide. I wanted to make sure, was it Taco Bell or was he hustling?
It's probably the
I just thought of a theory. You know why Taco Bell makes you shit? It's not the crappy food and the soy meat. It's because I think like all those hot sauce packets are like they've gone bad. All those
dude, and I used to like pour like 10 of those in a taco.
and they're good.
I mean,
laxatives
I would like
and ghost
drink
peppers.
that shit. Like I would like drink that shit basically. Like
They
that's
don't
how
put
bad
enough vinegar. I think they don't put enough vinegar, and they sit there sideways with like air in them, and it just rots your guts out from the inside. Is what I think.
God, man, with that
Shout out,
question.
shout out Taco Bell. TB.
Yeah, Taco
baby.
Bell late night. You know, nobody's holds you down like Taco Bell. That's the thing about Taco Bell. Is,
Nobody holds you
I don't know.
down.
Jack in the Box and Whataburger go pretty fucking hard too.
well, Whataburger holds you down way
Jack-
more. But see, Whataburger doesn't hold me down. They're not down here in Tennessee, so fuck them. You know what I mean?
Jack and the crack hits. Jack and the crack hits different when you're drunk. But
There's
man,
fucking curly fries, dog. Are you kidding
You know
me?
what the worst thing about Jack in the Box is late
but
night?
you get that.
Yes,
You get
goddamn tacos. Oh my
You
god.
get that
No, what's
crunch
the
wrap
worst thing
supreme
about
from
Jack in the
Taco
Box?
Bell.
The worst thing about Jack in the Box late at night is the inside of the Jack in the Box is dark. It's like one guy there,
Oh, you
and it'll
can't
be
go
dark.
inside anymore. Everything's
And it'll be
dark.
dark always. It's like, what are y'all doing in there? Just fucking cooking in the dark or some shit? Like,
Oh, yeah,
You know
they're
they're
serving up
probably
fried horses ass.
pissing or like putting their feces in those tacos, and
Yeah.
Bro, what the fuck?
because they're fried. I mean, they fry these
Hey, Em.
tacos. Ugh, ugh.
would
It's
you
fried
put a
horse.
little of that Hine in here? Hine. It's on the far left, the cognac.
What's up, Em? Shout out to the star.
You can put a couple ice cubes too.
Just a couple.
Yeah,
I'm
no.
gonna switch to
The
cognac.
rule is only 2 cubes. If you go 3, you must be a
Oh
red
no, he's drinking this XO Zacapa, man. That's some good run.
Well, I'm
dog.
switching to cognac.
No, I
Uh-oh.
know. I know Zacapa. My dad loves that shit. Actually,
Dude,
he's
Ron
been trying to be
Zacapa,
like, man, you need to get on this Zacapa. My dad, I'm still on that bourbon train, dog.
you know,
We
I
all
like
on the bourbon train, man. 2 bucks on bourbon train. He's just that Blanton's, baby. That
That
Blanton.
Bland's. You know what else is really good is George Dickel 15. I just got some of that. Very good. You know what? That XO, now that I'm drinking like a decent little cognac, nothing too crazy. That XO is really fucking good, man. If you
All right, well
like-
then tomorrow I'm buying. I'm gonna go for my B day. I'm buying my favorite scotch, which is Belvini. I'm probably gonna get the 21 aged. I'm gonna do
the
that.
veiny balls.
I love the Belvini, and then I'm gonna get the Ron Zacapa XO and just the regular Zacapa.
Yeah. So, Tua, tell us about the Ron Zacapa, because my dad, he's constantly was like, Jack, I know I got you on. So he turned me on to Four
Oh,
Roses.
Slim, you
bourbon.
just dropped your real name.
Okay.
again.
Yeah,
You're a
Four
fucking
Roses is
weatherman.
good.
Four Roses
weatherman.
is legit.
Weatherman.
So he turned me on to
Bourbon
that, but
too.
he's like, all right, so my new deal is Ron Zacapa. I'm like, okay. So usually, when I drink rum, I drink the Kraken, because if you're going to drink rum, you have to release the
That's
crack.
like fucking Sailor Jerry's or Captain
No. That's like drinking fucking aged cat piss.
So you're saying
Yeah,
you're
Kraken's
saying
the
you
same
like
shit.
So
You know what? It probably is, but nothing has a better ring than motherfucker. I'm a release.
I mean, the name
Yeah.
Kraken.
No, I
is
get it.
great.
I get it.
It's like
I
the
get it.
Pirates of the Caribbean. I get it. The Kraken.
minus Johnny Depp and his girl beating shit. That fucking
Okay.
loser.
No, here's the deal with
No.
Ron Zacapa.
I'm not defending. I'm calling him a loser.
So here's the
Well, I
deal
like
with Ron
Johnny
Zacapa.
Depp. Thank you.
Here's why Ron Zacapa 23, the Sistema 23 is the best. Is
Got it.
because it's so a Solera. I don't know if you're probably familiar with the Solera term, which is Solera is any liquor where they take some out and put a different kind in, right? So what they do in Ron Zacapa is they have some 23-year-old rum, some like 14-year-old rum, and then some like 7-year-old rum. And they put the exact blend in there and age it just right. So you get the full flavor of the rum. You get like the real smoothness with the complexity of like a newer rum with the mid. It's just so fucking good.
So it's like I'm going to say this simplistically. It's like putting a variation of aged rums in a blender, and you twirl that fucking thing up.
Exactly. And they know
Blended.
and the reason it's
Blended.
called Sistema 23 is because, well, I think the oldest rum in it is 23 years old, but also it's like the 23rd fucking recipe that finally hit. They were just like, oh shit, this is it. You know what I mean? Like, and it is just so fucking good. And here's the other thing. It's one of the few rums that's
Wait,
made
you
out-
said 23?
yeah. It's one of the few
Whoa.
rums.
Wow.
What?
Well, because you know that 23andMe just went public.
Oh well, there you go. There's your
Yeah,
sign.
they said 23. Fuck 23andMe. They said I'm.
I'm just saying. He
0.01%
said
off.
23. I'm
So-
like, well, 23andMe just went public, so I had
here's
to bring it
here's
up.
the other deal about Ron Zacapa, why it's so different. So it's made in the mountains of Guatemala. It's like the only rum made at this altitude. It's made at like 8,000 feet, and it's aged at a colder temperature than most rums. And my hypothesis is that when you put a nice big chunky ice cube in the Ron Zacapa and let it get cold and melt just a hair, dude, there's almost no better like straight liquor, probably under like
But you
$150,
can't do that
$200.
with Scotch, though.
Well-
Scotch is like one ice cube. Tiny.
Oh, well, no, I will say, you know what? Tulip's actually saying the exact same thing my dad was telling me. So you're on
Nice,
to something.
man. Yes. So your dad knows
No,
what he's
I mean, hey,
yeah.
No, I've never met his
I'm
dad, but I think we
Well,
good
I ain't
friends.
Cal Ripken. I'm more like the Craig Biggio in terms of like, you know, the Iron Man games played. I got some work to do. But no, you're saying the same fucking shit. He's like, Jack, everything I've told you is great, but Ron Zacapa is tier 1. I'm like, okay. I got to get through. Like, I got to go through the motions and, you know, make sure I've covered all my bases.
Here's how you know Ron Zacapa is good. Ron Zacapa got me into drinking. Like I've always drank, but like I hadn't really been drinking much like for the past few years. And all of a sudden, dude, I got that Ron Zacapa 23 and I'm like, fuck, man, there's like
Yeah, he
nothing
started
like
getting hangovers and was complaining to me until last.
No,
So you're telling me
okay,
Ron
hold on.
Zacapa cures cancer?
no, yeah.
Well,
and
I
that's
was
what I'm telling you.
on the floor dying, complaining to you. You're like, well, I'm glad to hear that you finally. I'm like, well,
But here's
fuck
the deal.
you.
Ron Zacapa never gave me a hangover. I was at my neighbor's house and they gave me like so much red wine. It was ridiculous. That gave me a bad hangover.
Yeah,
and then-
I'll do that.
But the night I drank nothing but Ron Zacapa and like an XO cognac, I got hammered. No
Which is good.
hangover the next day. I'm talking
Yeah.
none, man. That was beautiful.
Yeah,
My dad was telling me about, you know, all those bourbons, this, that, the other. He was like, all right, so this is the one you got to drink. I have no hangovers. Like, so in my dumbass mind, I'm like, all right, Pepsi challenge, bitch. I'm going to drink this like a fucking Titan and I'm going to see what happens. With the one bourbon he told me, I drank it like a Titan. Took
Which
my
one
hangover.
was that?
4 Roses.
Okay.
Oh
yeah.
yeah, you overdid.
But
that.
no, but Tiz taking those H proof. It's called H proof, hangover proof. It cures any hangovers. It's the best fucking thing on earth.
didn't cure
I'm gonna give
mine. You gave it to me, and I still felt like shit.
Yeah, well, you're not from Earth. I am. So it works.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
right. I'm from fucking Jupiter, son. That's
Yeah,
all I
no,
care.
you're from Saturn, bitch. But no, I'll do the Pepsi challenge on the Ron Zacapa. I've heard it enough.
Dude,
The fact
do
that
it.
I'm here from you too woke, I'll give it a run.
So what exactly, you said, I said the same thing as your dad. What exactly did he say about Ron Zacapa? Like, because like I'm kind of liking the fact that like some OG guy had the exact same flavor profile and everything as I said. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, no, so he actually got introduced to it. I can't mention the person's name, but
okay,
from an original OG, and I'm gonna say a hint. It was. Did you ever see the documentary "The Smartest Guys in the Room"?
uh-huh.
Yep.
I
It
already
was-
know who you're talking
It was
about.
one of those guys.
Okay.
It was one of those guys.
So let's
who's now
just-
at a prison.
Everybody can narrow it down.
No,
so we don't have to say anything.
Nope. No
I'm not
names.
saying anything. I said we can narrow it down, or anybody can, but we're not going to say names.
Yeah.
Smartest guys in the room. It was from one of those guys who's a good family friend. Ron Zacapa went on a bender, and then he took these pills. They're called age proof. They're chewable tablets. You take 2 of them after 5 drinks, no hangover.
Nice. Did he also comment on how fucking just smooth and nice it is to drink, or is he more focused on?
So the first time I heard it was like drinking Diet Coke. It tasted that smooth and good.
It is. But and does he drink it with ice or does he drink it hot?
He prefers it
Neat?
with ice.
You mean neat?
Yeah, I think I like hot. I like hot because it's hot.
Neat. Scotch.
No.
Look, the only thing I drink
He likes
neat
it
or
so-
hot is scotch. Neat.
I'm saying I like to say hot instead of neat because liquor is hotter when you know what I mean. So that's why I say
Well,
hot.
any liquor I drink, I want it cold. But scotch, one tiny ice cube. Just to
I
open
hear
it
you.
up.
So, I'm
That's
loving
neat.
what I hear because you have to drink. In my opinion, Ron Zacaba is actually designed to be drinking cold.
That's
Now,
different.
how much water you want in it, as far as ice cubes melting. I actually like a decent, not a lot, but I like a little bit of ice melted in it, cold as fuck. And dude, it's the
But
best
that's
liquor.
different. That's different. That's
So we have
appropriate.
three rules.
But
We have
scotch
three rules
is neat,
amongst.
especially a single malt.
See, and I know your rule is going to be the certain amount of ice cubes, but I drink with the big fat circle ice
so
cubes.
does
You'll appreciate
this
it.
guy
You're gonna
right
appreciate
here.
it.
Yeah.
So does he. He's got them in
So-
his freezer.
We got three rules. It's a big ice cube, it's two ice cubes, or it's
Oh.
neat.
Nice.
That's
There you
the
go.
rule.
I respect
And
that.
what do you drink neat?
Well, you drink whatever the fuck you want, neat.
Well, you can,
Yeah.
but
I don't.
scotch.
I don't drink.
Scotch.
I almost drink nothing. I put a big ice cube in everything. I don't give a fuck what
Gotta
it is.
put just a splash of water.
Well, no,
or-
hey, tis. Like I was drinking today, so Whistle Pig neat.
that is bourbon. I'm talking about smoky
I'm-
peaty scotch.
You are right though. I just drank some Whistle
One
Pig.
ice cube, let it open it up. That's all you need.
I
Let
just
it
drank
go.
some Whistle Pig the other day. 100% neat.
Glenmorangie is a good Irish Scotch that is good.
No,
neat.
scotch is from Scotland. Irish whiskey is different. That's like fucking Jameson.
No, Glenmorangie is a Scotch Irish.
Yeah, that
You just said Irish,
It is an Irish Scotch. Look
but
it up.
it's I'm gonna take your word for it. I'm just saying. How the
Why?
fuck are we so tied on this goddamn subject right now? I
Well, 'cause
wanna-
they're
Because it's
boozing,
for
baby.
men.
all right. Well, I want to talk about something else.
Okay.
I want to talk about the number 35.
Okay. Well, hold on. Before we go to 35, so we got his Four Roses. What's your top? What's your sipping on? What's your go-to best
You asking
liquor?
me?
Yeah.
That Balvenie, anything that's Balvenie single malt that's above 15
Guys,
years
I'm listening.
or
I'm
above
refilling
14
my drink.
All right.
any Balvenie single malt scotch, 14 years and above, the 14 years Caribbean cask, the 15-year French oak cask, or anything above that. Now, the higher you go, the more expensive. Best single malt scotch you can get on the market. In my opinion, it's the
Okay.
best
Okay.
from
I just-
Scotland. I
Okay.
love the smokiness, and it's one ice cube, one tiny one just to open it up. That's it. I like
Okay.
it neat.
So I just bought a bottle of scotch. I'll go find the brand. I did a little look in when I was at Total Wine, and I got a 15-year. So I'll see how it goes down because I'm not a
Check
big
out Balvenie though. You got to check out the Balvenie
the
single
veiny
malt.
balls, baby. I'll get them. I'll get on them.
That 14-year, that Caribbean cask is insanely delicious. The
Hey, let me get your
15-year
thoughts.
French. Go
I
ahead.
bought a 42-year. I bought a 40.
I know.
I,
You sent
I
me
was
the
going to
photo.
tell Slim
Tell
Reapers.
him. Tell him.
No,
This is
let the man brag.
This is a weird thing to buy. No, it's not a brag because I felt kind of silly buying it. But
It's got to
it
be
was-
good. It's got
So
to
I
be
bought a
good.
Canadian Club, 42-year aged,
4-2, baby.
40 fucking 2 years. That's why I bought it because I was like, dude, it was like $200 for a 42-year-old bottle. So I was like, shit, for that much, fuck it. You know what I mean?
Was
Like,
it Canadian Mist?
no, Canadian, no,
Canadian.
it's real whiskey. I mean, it's fucking straight
Canadian
up
Club.
whiskey.
There's Canadian Club, right?
Yeah, Canadian Club, but
The
40,
Canadian Club, 42-year age. It's like what, a $300 bottle?
it was a little under. It was a little over 2, a little under 3. We'll put it that way.
Yeah.
But every other
Canadian
42,
shit.
every other 40-year bottle is like $5,000. You know what I mean?
Right.
So I was like, shit. And all
Well,
the
that's what I was
reviews-
trying to tell you, though. I was like, man, I used to drink Canadian Club in high school and college, but I've never drank
No,
the
I'm
42.
telling Canadian Club is not known to have, nowadays, but 42 years ago, all these people made high end baller shit. You know what I'm saying? So like, you can't compare it to today.
So wait, how is it? Did you drink
Well,
it?
I haven't cracked it yet, but I
Okay.
was just
You haven't
Bro,
opened it.
what better place for a review than right now?
well, no, because I've already been drinking. Like, if I'm gonna drink that, it's
He's
gonna be-
on that Zacapa.
I'm only gonna be
No,
drinking that.
that's straight. That's straight.
Yeah. Next show, man.
You
My
whippy
goal-
whistling
what I
pig
thought-
motherfucker.
When I bought it, I thought, why don't I hold on to this bitch for 8 years and crack it when it's 50 years old? That's what I thought.
Eight.
Yeah, or you could
Get
just
a
enjoy
return
it
on
now and
investment.
get another one.
That's true too.
We
Hey,
got
So
Yeah,
do you
so
think that's
deep.
a stupid? Do you think that's a
No.
dumb buy since it is
No.
Canadian Club? But
Not
I'm
at
like,
all. Not
Yeah.
at all.
I will say as a whiskey and bourbon fiend, anything can. Well, I'm not hating on Canadians, but Canadian whiskeys usually.
Reaper, I thought the same
we're
thing.
thinking
But when
about
you're
it-
talking about 42-year age, I mean, I don't know what it tastes like. He doesn't know.
So the
He
reviews
doesn't know
I
what it
read-
tastes like, but I bet it's so smooth.
The reviews I read said that it is pretty much like one of the smoothest whiskeys you could ever drink. It lacks a little bit in like complexity and flavor, but it is fucking just goes down like fucking water. So I was like, well, shit, that's all you can ask for. You know what I mean? Like, it's all good.
Bro, I'm gonna cut you off right there. There's a restaurant called Chacho's in Houston. It's a Mexican restaurant.
Yeah,
It's
I know
Oh
on West-
yeah,
Chacho's.
we know
It's a Westheimer.
Chacho's.
They said it's a fucking
Wow,
great
there's a
restaurant.
couple
That place serves
locations.
fat
The
pits.
originals on Westheimer, yeah.
So you're saying my Canadian club's going to be shitty? All right. All right.
Well, no, I'm not saying.
not
Dude,
the
I'm not saying I
42.
don't trust you. I don't trust Canadian
Well,
whiskey.
I don't know. Canadian club ain't my shit. I bought it for one reason
Canadian
and
Club
one
is what we
reason
used to
only.
drink in fucking college and high school.
But
But the
guys,
42-year
this
age, I'm
barrel-
curious.
This barrel
I'm
was
curious.
made 42 years ago. We don't know what Canadian club was like 42 years ago. We weren't
No,
alive.
don't.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
that's right.
saying?
Hit by a fucking
Yeah.
moose.
I was 7 years behind, apparently.
So
Yeah,
what
yeah.
I'm saying is
Canadian
Is that-
bear.
because apparently I did some reading before I bought it because I was about to buy something that I knew I would like, but was like 15 years old or 18 years old. And I was like, you know what? 42 years, I'm going with this shit. And
I think it was a good buy, and I'm curious to how the fuck it tastes.
I'm excited to drink it. It probably won't make it to year 50. I'll probably drink it in the next few weeks, is what I'm
That's fine. I mean, it's already been aged enough. Who cares, you know? But hey,
Dude,
It ain't gonna age in a bottle.
that's 42. Let's talk about 35.
Yeah, let's talk about
If it's
35.
too good to be true, it probably is.
All right, I feel that.
But hey, I love you, dog, and we've never even met in person. But I'm telling you, if it's too good to be true, fuck that.
Maybe I'll try and trade it off on some sucker for something I really want.
Yeah, that's
All right, what's up with the number
So
35?
Tiz gang, apparently we are a bunch of alcoholics over here, which is fine. But we want to talk about the number 35. Why do I want to talk about the number 35? Because this is the 35th episode, and it's my 35th motherfucking birthday. And
Oh,
there's some
shit.
interesting things that come with the number 35. I just looked it up, and I want to talk
It is
about it.
35.
You're goddamn right, motherfucker. I'm getting that
Big.
over.
Yes, the
So the
35.
number 35 is the natural number following 34 and preceding 36. Obviously,
Really?
right?
Really?
Well, now that doesn't take a genius to understand that, right?
Well,
There's some
naturally.
interesting stuff.
Well, I went to Alabama. I'm not a genius.
So 35 is a sum of the first 5 triangular numbers, making it a tetrahedral number. How do you say this shit?
Share the screen. Share the screen.
Okay.
Can you show it?
Yeah, I can share it. Hold on.
Well, I'm on
Anytime
my.
we're reading an article, we need to share the screen.
All right. well,
Yeah, no fake news.
You and your fake news. Shut the fuck up.
Everything is fake news. Everything could. Wow, what the fuck? Oh, okay.
Can y'all see my screen?
Tetrahedral. Tetrahedral.
Okay, so you see this? So 35 is the sum of the first 5 numbers of the tetrahedral number. 35 is the number of ways that 3 kings, which were
Things.
3 kings, well, we're 3 things or kings, can be selected from a set of 7 unique things, also known as the combination of
This is like
7
the fucking
things
Knights
taken
Table.
3 at a time. That sounds like some porno shit to me. What the fuck?
You take 7.
35
Yeah,
is
take
a
7, 3
centered
at a time.
cube
I get it.
number, a
Pentagonal number.
number, and
It's a
a
5-sided number.
pentalobe number. 35 is highly
That's not
Totally.
close. That's
Oh,
not
Tosha.
close. That's
Ketosha
something else.
number, since there are more solutions to the equation x minus whatever the fuck, whatever x equals 35 than there are for any other integers below it except the number 1. There are
Wow.
35 free hexanomes. I said that right, I think. The
Hexomenos.
Oh god
the
damn it! I knew
polynome
you were a fucking
made
hexamone.
from 6 squares. Since the greatest prime factor of 35 squared plus 1 equals 1,226 is 613, which obviously more than 35 twice. 35 is a Stromer number? The fuck?
German number? What the fuck?
I don't
Most
know.
numbers would fit into that category.
I'm
okay.
sharing this because I'm turning 35. It's the 35th episode. I wanted to know what 35 actually meant. Now I'm going to read
35
the
is
last
a
one.
great semiprime.
35 is the number of quasi groups of order 4. 35 is the smallest composite number from the 6k plus 5, where k is a non-negative integer.
You know what?
Wow.
You wanted to
Oh,
describe
and
what
35 millimeter film is basic film gauge, mostly used for analog photography and motion pictures back in the day.
It's the minimum age for United States presidents, Ireland, Russia, Trinidad, and Tobago. That's kind of
So
you know what's
35
funny?
is kind of crazy. I didn't know there was so much related to it.
You know what's you started it off with the best info you gave. It's naturally comes between 34 and 36. That is the best
Well,
way
no,
to describe
that
35.
is not fake news.
No, this is not Fox News. This is not
No, but
CNN.
but one thing we learned is Taylor is a hexamone.
Yeah, hexamo.
You are a hexamone, brother.
Yeah.
Whatever the fuck that means, I only apply myself to the laws of the Tizonomics, and I leave it at that.
Tizonomics says you're a fucking hexamone, whatever that means.
All right, well, don't get me started with your bitch ass.
Well, I'm a yeah.
Anyways,
Anyway.
look, 35 is apparently a important number to me today because of, my age.
You know what the
and
You know what 35 reminds me of is Tree Fitty.
Tree Fitty.
Yeah.
I feel that. Tree Fitty.
Mhm.
What the fuck is tree fitting?
She fitted what you said. I don't used to go foul, yo. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
All right, well then maybe this is where I could say I'm a millennial.
There you go.
Get out of here then, son.
No, because I'm the 1% that gets it out of all the millennials.
Hey, T-Work, are we millennials or are we Gen X?
I think you guys are on the cusp.
I think technically we're millennials, which is really gay because
I'd rather be Gen X so I can see
T-Work,
them.
you
we
got
didn't-
one
this is
generation.
why- they're going to have to start, what is it now? 30 years as a generation or 20 years? Like they need to cut that bitch down by 5 years because now shit's
Well, now you
changing
got
fast.
Gen Z and then you got Gen.
A Gen
Look,
fucking dumbass.
We're more Gen X than millennial. I do get that there's a difference between us and Gen X, but millennials are way different. We didn't grow up with the phone in our hand. Like when we were kids,
Well,
fucking-
we kind of did.
not until late middle school, like high school was when it really started. where
8th grade
kids-
is when I got my first cell phone.
But that's what I'm saying. Like as kids, we grew up, you left the house with your bicycle. Nobody knew where the fuck you were. You were off doing your own shit.
We
Like
played two-hand touch football in the streets versus
Yeah.
playing
All right.
fucking Xbox.
So what I want to say is, and not to break up whatever the hell y'all were saying. There's so much news going around with Elon,
Pick a
and
topic.
it's been a topic they were talking about, but here's the title of it. Elon Musk claims new government traffic safety advisor is biased against Tesla. This was dropped 8 hours ago. A Duke University engineer professor critical of self-driving car companies has been named a safety advisor for an auto regulator. And Elon didn't like this shit at all, and he ripped him up, basically.
You want to know? I already know the whole scoop here. I don't even need to see the article. Right when you read me that title, I knew exactly what the fuck was going on here. Okay,
Tell him.
This is what's going on. The government can't afford. Here's the problem: is the government knows self-driving cars is inevitable. Okay, it's inevitable. But what the government can't take happening is that many jobs being lost at the same time. If cars can drive themselves all of a sudden, you don't need as many truckers. You don't need as many drivers. You don't need all these fucking jobs, right?
But you know where the biggest problem lies? Is the city infrastructure. If the city infrastructure isn't built to have these self-driving vehicles like in place, then you're going to have accidents all the time. There needs to be a system in place.
No, I see.
I think there's going to be somebody that's going to operate.
Because otherwise, like if you just have self-driving cars on the way they are right now, you're going to have accidents. You're going to have problems.
But are you going to have less
city
accidents?
Needs to adapt to this process. It's the only way it's going to work.
What do you mean?
The city needs to build their streets, their sidewalks, and everything for these self-driving type of vehicles. Otherwise, it'll never fucking work.
I don't know about that.
It won't. How would it work now? I mean, people cross the street without street. I mean, these cars will run them over, dude.
Well, the robot's not reading the text.
No,
let
me ask a question. So, do you think there should be somebody piloting these non-driver vehicles, or do you think they should be robotically driven based on some algorithm?
It's one or the other. You can't have it both ways. Like if somebody
right now it is the way it is, but it is both ways. Like you can't.
I know. But I'm saying for the future of self-driving, you can't make it where you have to have a pilot, like, or else what's the point? You know what I mean? Like, fuck it. Like that's.
I mean, what if you're a truck driver driving across the country and it's like all of a sudden you gotta make a.
This is something we always dealt. This is something I always dealt with when I was studying. Although I do work in real estate. I was a kinesiology major. We always studied, science and shit like that. XYZ. Human error needs to be factored into all of these types of decisions. So
cities need to develop with it.
Well, no, and you're right. So
you are right.
If a human, hang on before you interrupt, should a human be operating an unmanned, call it Uber driver? So where human error, they can see things and they know how to drive a car, And this is all hypothetical, and I know this is a macro example to the umpteenth extent. So a human will know, hey, you still have to stop, stops on X, Y, Z, this, that, the other. Versus you have an unmanned, call it drone car, that does not have our natural human senses as to when, hey, you should look this way, this, that, and the other, where some accident might happen. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I get it. I think overall speaking, right now, today, if they were to implement the best fucking technology they have for self-driving cars, there probably could be. If you took Tesla's best self-driving technology today and put it in every car on the road, there'd probably be less accidents tomorrow than there were today. You know what I'm saying?
But at the end of the day, if it's going to be a successful thing, the cities and the states have to team up.
I think I
and make it
disagree.
work.
I think the AI has to be good enough to handle whatever the fuck's in front of it.
Well,
That's what I think.
Well, here's the only reason I disagree, and I'll leave it at this. How in the
I
fuck is a
disagree.
car gonna sell or drive itself if the city's infrastructure doesn't have the capabilities
Because
of
all the
understanding the
this,
computer components and like the understanding of the self-driving car?
I don't think it matters. The self-driving car is not talking to its environment. The
But
self-driving
it
car.
needs to be though. It needs to be successful.
I don't think it does. It needs to be able to.
It needs to be reactive. There's a difference. It's not talking, it's reactive to your environment.
Whenever
So-
talking, reacting, algorithms, I don't give a fuck.
All it does is it follows the line. It sees the curb, so it knows its line. It knows the road in front of it, and then it just needs to be able to identify a stroller coming out into the road randomly versus some pole, right? Like, you can't see certain things blend into the environment better than others. So will it see some guy wearing a blue suit walking next to a blue wall? Like, you know what I mean? Will it see that?
So actually, no. Now I have a new question for you. For you, actually, would you rather have a more hyper robotic, linear type of vehicular, call it system that we all partake in, or would you rather have a more transcendent type system where you have, and I truly think with enough algorithms that you put in a computer XYZ whatever, you can maybe at some point teach a computer how to react to things that we experience as drivers versus red light, stop, green light.
I think so because here's the difference too is like
Wait,
humans.
the perfect example is look at the algorithm that these bots trade in the stock market. I mean, Jesus
Sure.
Christ.
And there's way more.
It's going to be perfected over time.
Of course.
So here's
My
what one of
question
my.
is like a
concept.
15 years down the road type question.
Let me tell you something right now. So my neighbor owns a few airplanes, and he told me that his airplane knows if he's conscious or not. And if he goes unconscious, the plane it will land itself.
Guess who we have to talk to about that?
Who?
I'll give you one guess.
Oh, Stiz.
Yeah, Stiz, who didn't show up again.
No, but see, in no commercial, probably plane
That's
is
your
going to.
buddy. That's your buddy.
Yeah, he didn't show up again. He's at another baby shower.
But my point is that like computers can take in. Yeah, and he's at another baby shower, second one this month.
Wait, shout out to Stiz. He just got fucking engaged. Like literally 4 days ago.
Like Dwight Howard and Antonio Cromartie.
Tiz, you are not the Tiz, silent, invisible S, but congratulations on that. I want to shout out to my sponsors real quick here for the Tiz Talk podcast. First sponsor, real quick, the Discord server, the Best Trade Kingdom, which just now made me an admin yesterday.
Yeah, you are an admin.
No. This is not the Bag Boys. This is the Best Trade Kingdom. BTK duo. BTK. So shout out to the Best Trade Kingdom. Look them up. I got them on the thing. And also, if you guys want some call outs, some plays, some auction plays, check out the Bag Boys Discord server. Check out Chuck Alerts. Check out Justice of Sex Alerts. And, step in and check out Tuok when he comes in and talk shit about, Nothing Mountain every now and then. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man.
But real quick,
yeah.
the last sponsor I got to get a shout out is to my sponsors over at Anchor. All right. Thank you, Anchor, so much for everything that you do for us. Anchor, we wouldn't be here without you, but honestly, your platform's starting to suck a little bit more and more every day. And I have no problem saying that because I barely get paid by y'all. So anyways, on to the next. Where do we leave off and what do we need to talk about?
Sorry, you pulling like a Charles Barkley, like, oh, ESPN, they ain't going to pay me.
That
was awesome, man. That was awesome.
What I'm saying is Anchor.
Those big old women in San Antonio.
Yeah. You know what? And Charles is right. Fuck ESPN, dude. Like, they don't pay their dude shit, dude.
Their old CEO's a fucking cokehead anyways.
Yes.
What CEO is it?
Dan Skipper. He actually got ousted. I think it was like 2 years ago.
Well, I don't even know what the fuck that means, but yeah.
He had a problem with that.
Yeah. I said, what, who was it at one point?
Oh, by the way, Tiz, man, we need to get you. I really need to work with you, or maybe I need to find somebody out here that can do I got to get a good country. I got to get a good country melody, man. I've got so many.
By the way, glad you brought that up. So now I have Reason 12, and I just bought the full output setup, not just arcade.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Because, man, I got to have like a honky tonk sound because I've got the best lyrics.
Yeah.
I mean, dude, this shit has really come
So
together.
we're going to turn cheap thrills into something real.
Oh, dude, I just came up with this amazing.
What was it? How did it go? Cheap thrills.
Cheap thrills.
You need to get some Alan Jackson shit.
No. But too, it was like cheap thrills.
Cheap thrills with steep bills. God damn, I'm bad with life.
It's that white boy rap. It's that white boy rap.
Because I was high and I had some coke and some pills.
Yeah, exactly. That's some Waco Navasota shit right there.
That's not bad.
But man, I've been
I like to do my. Here's a new wrinkle. I like to do my coke off my belt buckle, so when we start to fuck, it saves me the trouble.
So that's definitely some country word talk right there.
You're forgetting to kick your dog.
At the end of the day, T-Rock, I've been stepping my game up on these beats, bro.
Nice. Well, I gotta get some honky tonk.
Well, I've been doing the honky talk, but I've been sending those. I've been sending those to you, though, man.
No, I love that last one. That was
Tiz. Are you in the pursuit of happiness like Kid Cudi?
I mean, I'm always trying to find the pursuit of happiness. I mean, whether that's through a bottle or if that's through a video game, I don't give a shit. But yeah, I'm on the pursuit of happiness, and I know, yeah. Shout out Kid Cudi.
What is it? Everything that's shining ain't always gonna be gold.
Don't worry, I'll throw the song in on the back loop here. But it's funny. I don't know if you listened to the audio version of it, but remember when I told you that ZZ Top did the reversion of the 25 letters on my dress?
I'm not gonna lie. I mean,
I threw it on the audio. I had to throw it on the audio. Oh yeah, dude. They took the screwed up click, little Kiki, and did 25 lighters on my dresser. Yes, sir.
I haven't seen.
I need to share my screen right now and just do it.
No, because you fucked it up the last time.
Well, now I know how to do it.
Or you can do whatever you want, brother.
Yeah, I mean,
yeah, damn right I can.
Giving them nothing but the zip like ZZ Top.
Little.
I'm not gonna lie, I didn't really like the song, but I thought it was cool that they did it.
I mean,
you're better off
with the audio slate Show Me How to Live music video, because that's fire.
Yeah.
Everybody fucking knows that music video.
Yeah.
This band was called Audio Slave, the last American heroes to whom speed means freedom of the soul.
Yeah,
I love it.
Am I still sharing my screen? Like, how do I turn this shit off?
No, you idiot.
I mean, that's a pretty good tagline: speed, freedom, and soul.
Speed means.
No, I know. I know. I'm just breaking it down to the trinity of partying.
I mean, bro, when I drove my Lexus 155 with a low tire, I wasn't even concerned about the low tire.
Yeah, exactly. And see, here's the other thing that, speed sales. If you get rid of drivers, speed sales just plummet, man. Nobody can afford that right now. Nobody can afford a drought.
Nah, nobody can. Because there's 958 cargo ships in the California Bay with no place to go.
Which are all coming to Houston, by the way. They're all routing.
Hey, it's more jobs for Houston.
Yeah, that song, I Need Weed, Whites and Wine.
Probably not. I'm not a big Tuok. I'm not a big. I know some music.
Wait,
I'm not.
What is it? What song?
Littlefoot, Weed, Whites, and Wine. Willin.
Oh, yeah. How the fuck would I not know that?
The only Lil Flip song I know is Game Over.
Oh shit! You don't even know
that's a good one.
you don't know Black Expedition with a sign on the back
All
that
right.
says "Let's go
I
fishing."
got
I ain't gangster.
rainbow colors in my cup.
No, I just know the original songs. That's it. I ain't even gonna try and act like I know it. I don't.
The one time I experienced reverse racism was in Cloverland in the middle of the hood. I mean, we were in the ghetto, and we were with Courtney, and he ran into I don't even want to dry
Rest in
snitch.
peace to Courtney James, man.
Yeah, I don't want to dry snitch, but he went into an establishment that may still exist there, just a public, store, and went in to buy a bag of weed. And they looked outside and they're like, "You a cop?" And he's like, "No." And he's like, "Well, what are them two white guys doing in there?" They're like, "Oh, they're just my homies." And then we got a big bag of weed and took off, man. And you just drive into Cloverland, boom, right there, pick it up at the store, out of there.
Cloverland is like a hood in Houston.
Yeah, it's pretty
Yeah,
ghetto.
It's where Lil Flip. It's where Lil Flip is from.
Yeah.
South Side.
Okay.
Baby. It's somewhere you
South
don't.
Side is
It's somewhere
still
you don't want to visit when you come to.
It was good swag. It was really good swag. It was back in the day when you could find some swag that was light.
Yeah,
green.
I mean, you wanted to go down there, find some cheap weed, or see some dudes ride on horses down Cullen Boulevard. Yeah, you'll find that shit.
Riding horses down. What the fuck?
I'm not.
If you go into certain parts of the hood in Houston, like off of Alameda, and some of they're just riding horses and shit.
Yeah,
so
dude.
here's my question: what's the difference between that and Guns Point?
Nothing.
Oh, it's just different.
Different hoods.
Here's the difference: is that over like Cloverland? Cloverland's different.
That's
from
South Side versus North Side. You're talking about DJ Screw versus Swisher House.
Well, here's the difference:
In a sense.
Educate. Yeah, I'm white privileged. I don't.
Here's the difference: is Guns Point. There's still shit there, right? Like there's a whole mall. A white guy might come
barely
through there.
Exist.
It ain't even a mall. Just a fucking.
But I'm saying, you got people that you can rob that aren't from your area, whereas those other areas, nobody goes there except for people that already live there. You know what I mean? So it's just different. It's more like Friday. It's more like Friday. Like everybody knows each other. It's ghetto.
Guns Point has targets. They can be like, hey, that white boy. We got
there's more business opportunities to be robbed in Guns Point.
Guns Point is more like Dead Presidents, and then the real hood is more like Friday.
Yeah.
Okay,
and the real hood is the south side of Houston, basically. Anywhere south of downtown on the east side, Third Ward, all that shit. Even Fifth Ward, which is not south.
So some white boy like me, I can't wear my polo, tuck it into my pants, be like, hey, I'm looking for some.
Dude, I used to go up to the screw shop all the time wearing fucking a polo and jeans as a high school kid and buy as much DJ Screw tapes as I possibly could back in the day.
Here's the misconception.
Brother, I look. I make white privilege. I don't consider myself white privileged, but I look the part.
I definitely look the part too. Are you fucking kidding me?
Here's the biggest misconception: is that most I feel like if you're a black dude walking through a white neighborhood, you're gonna feel more in danger than a white guy walking through the ghetto. Now there are exceptions to that. There are certain blocks that you should just not go to. You know what I mean? But for the most part, in Third Ward, I think you can do anything.
Especially near U of H, you're good. But when you start getting down towards Cloverland, though, bro,
Fifth Ward, Cloverland, some of those areas.
Sunnyside.
Sunnyside.
How the fuck do you know about Sunnyside?
Those areas.
You remember? I think you met my friend who died in a. Unfortunately, he driving his Jeep drunk. One wearing a seatbelt, flipped his car, and he died. It was 2 years ago. Remember him? PJ Simeon. You met him when you were
probably did, man, but you realize like how many people I've lost.
Yeah,
and
no,
you kinda
no, no,
just
no, I
back
get
in,
it. No,
like
but
rest in peace. But like it's hard.
Yeah, no, he was a great guy. He was one of the guys that showed me the ropes when I went to Kincaid in high school. Great guy, great family. But no, he was the guy that told me about Sunday Show. He was like, yeah, you think, Guns Point is bad, you're, and I'll never forget.
Oh, you want to tell the story? Your little fucking adventure? You lost your phone 4
No,
years ago?
not on this platform. Not on this platform.
Oh,
Two
come
Oak, I'll tell
on.
that to you and you'll appreciate it, but I'm not going to put it out for public care.
Oh,
Yeah, I
it's
hear you,
not
I hear
even
you.
that big of a deal. I've been
For me,
waiting on this
hey,
shit.
for me it is.
We'll get him a bottle of Ronza Kappa, and then he'll tell us next week.
Anyways, like the bottom
There you
line
go.
is Cullen Boulevard on in Third Ward down where the screw shop used to be, which is no longer in existence now. Dude, we were there in high school, man. Like we were like high school kids, like buying every screw tape we could. Yeah. And rest in peace, DJ Screw. He's coming up on. He died November 16, 2000. So he's on his 21 years of death.
Was he the guy that was like the originator of drinking lean, or
Yes.
how does that work?
Basically,
Yeah.
yes. Yeah. That's where Lil Wayne got it from. That's where all the Will Flip.
Yeah, I mean, I'll never forget
Hero.
the first time I did that in college. I thought I was about to have a fucking heart attack. I was like,
Don't get me
man.
started on that shit.
Oh my gosh,
Jesus
yeah, good
Christ.
times, man. That's one drug that it was just always
Oh my
exactly what you
God.
wanted.
Hey,
You know?
Do you guys know Modest Mouse? We had them playing this
Yeah.
band party in my fraternity.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I know Modest Mouse.
Yeah, no, we had Modest Mouse playing, and me and one of my homies, I was dealing with some stuff, and ultimately I had codeine, and it all kind of formulated in a way. I was like, all right. He was like, yeah, we need to drink that lean. I'm like, yeah, fuck it. I'm in college. I don't give a shit. And I remember drinking like a glass of it. I was like, oh my God, bro. Like, I feel like I'm about to have a heart attack. I can't touch this shit.
Did you mix it or you just drank it?
By the way, it's the top of
No,
the
I
eighth.
drank it.
Top of the
Oh,
eighth.
yeah, you gotta put it in like a sun
Atlanta's
kiss.
up.
Well, no,
5-2
we put it in
against the Dodgers.
We put in
Dodgers are losing.
Sprite.
Dodgers are losing.
Okay.
Good. Fuck
Right, that was a good mix. My favorite mix, I had two things I'd go to. Was this? Okay, here's what I would do when I'd get some drink. I'd pull up and drink in a big peach that night.
You gotta love Big Peach or Big Pineapple, baby.
And then, but the same
Dude, I'm
night.
gonna start calling you the Big Peach.
Nice. I like
Call
that.
me
And then-
Big Pineapple, motherfucker. That's what I do.
Well, the
No,
big peach.
that's
The big peach sounds a little sus because people call asses peaches and the emoji and shit. But I don't know. We'll get.
Mark.
Well, you can call me
Mark-
Big. No, you can call me Big Eggplant then.
No. Who was
so-
Big Peach?
So we anyways, I'd pull up a big peach that first night, and then I'd pull up a Sunkist, but I would just go throw it in the fridge. And dude, a Sunkist rested for 12 to 24 hours with drink already mixed in it in the fridge. It gets really muddy. It gets like the perfect. There's a difference between just pulling up a Sunkist and drinking it versus pulling up a Sunkist and waiting a day. I'm telling you, that's
So you age.
So
You
as
age it.
hey, look,
You
the
age it.
fact that it's the 35th episode, I'm turning 35. You want to talk about pulling up an 8 at 8, 3.5, 3.5.
Oh, do it up.
So back when I first moved to San Diego, I gotta tell this story for the peeps, for the Tiz gang, the Tiz family.
It's already sticking. You're the peach, baby.
That's fine. But when I was 19 years old, I moved to San Diego, and I've been dabbling into drink and shit since I was a freshman or sophomore in high school. It used to be $35 for a deuce, and a deuce is 2 ounces, right? Well, you pull up an 8. Well, that's 8 ounces, but you pull up an 8th. That's 3.5.
Bareback.
That's 3.5. And I'll never forget. I never went to the dorms. I never went to like the school property stuff. I just went to an apartment complex and I was sick as shit. I just felt like shit. And I'm sitting at my buddy's apartment and he goes, hey man, like, hey, dude, actually, shout out Jess, the motherfucking success from the Bag Boys Discord server, because he's the one who put me down on this shit. And he was like, hey man, I just met this dude like months prior. He saw how sick I was. He goes, I got this cough syrup shit that I got from the school doctor. He's like, you know, I don't need it. You want it? And I look at the bottle, it says promethazine with coated. I'm like, 4 ounce, but I'm like, my eyes lit up. Like, where the fuck did you get this? And he's just like, from the school doctor, you know, like, and I'm like, dude, can you get more? And he was like, more? I was like, yes. Can you get more?
I don't know.
And at the time, not to incriminate myself, but I was flipping a little bit of weed, and I was like, look, anybody who can get this, I will give you this much weed if you bring me a bottle of this. And I had motherfuckers lined the fuck up. I had drank, lean, whatever you want to call it, just coming in, flowing by the 8, by the 16. By the
you'll never tell us what your political affiliation is, but you're a capitalist at heart.
I'm a capitalist. I'm a tismist. That's what I am.
You're a capitalist.
I was just like, look, go to the doctor, because they won't give it to me because I'm, you know, they wouldn't give it to me. I don't know why I had the worst luck. I tried, I failed every time. For some reason, everybody else could get it. This is like, hey man, you give me this, I give you this much. I had like a fucking cardboard fucking moving box full of fucking 8 and 4 and pint bottles of lean in 2005, 2006 in San Diego. So when Joseph moved out there and Logo, I mean, you know, imagine how like they were like, what the fuck? How'd you get this shit? Blah, blah. I mean, it was insane.
Nice.
This was before Wayne fucked it up for everybody. I mean, this is before they got blown up. You know, Terrence Keel, you know, from the motherfucking Chargers, who went to Texas A&M, who got killed in the car crash. All this shit.
It's always an Aggie that fucks up everything.
I'm just saying, it was before.
Well, they did beat
that.
Alabama.
They did.
All right,
You know
let's
what?
not. Okay, we're not gonna talk about that.
I'm going to answer that.
Right.
I'm going to answer that statement with one statement.
I made my point. My point was, I fucking figured it out, and then it went away very quickly.
Yeah. No, those were the days, man. That drink was a great. It was a great.
I paid
drug.
nothing for it. Nothing.
It was a good time. I
You
had some
can't
good
get it anymore.
times.
You know how much 2 ounces cost now in the streets?
It's not the real shit either. It's not the same.
It's $1,000 for 2 ounces. Back
Oh
in
my
high
God.
school, it was $35 for the real shit.
We got it for 10
Or
and
$20, whatever. But it's
Well, did you go to high school
$1,000.
with fucking Thomas Jefferson or some fucking shit?
Yeah,
No,
we
it was
did.
10.
No, we went to high school with Benjamin Franklin, Negro.
Yeah, no. Earlier than that.
freshman year.
You
and,
guys are historical swagaphilias.
Yes, yeah, you're right. Pharmacopoeia. It was
There you go.
$10 an ace was what we paid in the
And
beginning.
it was real shit. I mean, you could get
There
like,
was
I hate
no
to say
fake.
this, but you could get like 5 Xanax for fucking $2 a piece. So you get 5 for $10 back in the day. Now there's 1 for $12 if it's even real.
Inflation, baby.
Dude, it's bad. And I'm not
So,
condoning this at all. I'm just telling you where we were at and where we are now.
And it was better because it was real back then. Like this shit today, it sucks, man.
It's pressed. It's pressed.
You don't know. There could be fentanyl in it.
Yeah, dude. Like if I was
Listen,
young,
you fucking Gen Z motherfuckers, y'all better y'all better not be taking none of that shit. You don't know what's in it.
if
Like,
you don't get it from the doctor, or straight from a pill bottle that you know is a real prescription.
I
You
mean,
need
it
to-
takes 2 seconds. If you want, speaking on Xanax specifically, if you just want to know it's real, just take
Brother.
a little bite. It'll melt in your mouth and taste extremely bitter. If it is chalky and like cardboardy, you're getting pressed shit. And who the fuck knows what's in it?
Yeah.
I'm gonna respond to Tuo's comment about Alabama in one statement.
I'm done with the fucking drug talk.
No. I'm gonna respond to it. It takes a perfect game to beat Alabama. Texas A&M played a perfect game.
I told you that.
Well, they did give up a punt. Hey. They did
He
give up
was
a
so
punt.
mad. Slim.
They
Texas
did.
A&M played a perfect fucking game.
Hey.
They beat us.
You
They
can't play a perfect game and give up a punt block for a touchdown. Like, come on now. It wasn't perfect. It was close
Well, Tua, I gotta say, out of every football game I've seen, I'm talking NFL and
to
college.
it. No,
game,
it was
I
a
don't-
great game.
I think it was
Amazing.
the best. I think it was the best game across the board, NFL and college, that we've seen so far this year.
The only game I would say that was close was who did Tennessee play last week? That was a great fucking game, man. But it wasn't good.
Ole Miss.
No, Tennessee.
No, it was Ole Miss. They threw batteries on the field and all.
No, the Titans.
Are you
That
talking
was-
about NFL?
They had a great game as well. But I
Wait,
agree.
no. You got college mixed up with NFL.
No, he
We're
said
talking about
across,
football across the board.
he said across all board. I said that was also a great game. But I agree. The Aggies Alabama is the best game of the year so far.
Yep.
I've never seen. And maybe you can correct me if you can think of a game. I cannot think of any game ever where a punt was blocked for a touchdown and then followed by a kickoff return for a touchdown. I don't know that that's ever happened before in a Division I NCAA game.
So, and actually, I can actually counter that. But there, humbly speaking, that's a pretty damn good exchange. So, as an Alabama alumni, I've experienced that. As an Alabama alumni, I went through kick 6, which was horrific. And actually, I would say kick 6 was more horrific than the Aggie game. The only reason why I think the Aggie game was worse, I grew up in a Longhorn household as a child. So I was always taught the Aggies are public enemy number 1. No, that's fine. That's fine. It's entertainment.
Fuck
So, hey,
Against
guys,
Alabama, Tiz.
I'm
Fuck
gonna go
Alabama.
with Alabama with him all day over motherfucking.
I'm coming
A&M.
So do you
Fuck
remember the movie?
Underdog.
College
You
station.
remember the movie The Prestige, where the guy was like, "Oh, there's the first act, the second act, and then there's the Prestige, the final act."
And then there's
Actually,
Jessica
the
Biel's
best-
booty.
Remember, it was with Hugh Jackman, Christian Bale.
I
think
know what
that's
movie
actually-
you're talking about. The Prestige. Yes, it's
Yeah.
So
it's a
actually-
magic trick movie. Yes.
if you have and this is a statement that is open to opinions. If you have a true opinion on what you think football is, the actual best rivalry game since I've been an Alabama student to today was actually the quote unquote game of the century when I was a junior, when it was number 1 versus number 2, Alabama LSU.
Yeah.
It was 12-9. It was only field goals. It was the biggest defensive slugfest ever. It
Yeah.
was only Bama didn't win. Don't get me wrong. But a true old-fashioned, like, hitch in the mouth
Yeah.
type football game,
Yeah.
or what we call a classic SEC
You know what?
football.
You know what? Those years, those like 3 years right there that you're talking about, bar none. I don't think there's ever been so many Haas top-notch D linemen in college football. I mean, that was just so crazy. There were so many huge fucking big time names in college football D linemen at that time. It was just nuts.
Oh my God, bro. It was fucking insane. My best friend was the starting defensive end for Alabama when they beat Texas in the national championship. He died of COVID actually and Tiz knows this. He was with me when I like literally actually found out.
Dang, man.
Yeah, no, he the guy was my brother. He showed me the ropes at Alabama. You know, I always jokes like, you know, my brother at Alabama, 6'9", 340 pounds, and he could kill anybody.
Yeah.
But no,
Shit,
Zoe was my brother. But no, he was a starting defensive end for the national championship team when we beat Texas.
Yeah, man, there were some big dudes, especially LSU too. They had some big D linemen.
Hey, real quick before we got to end this, announcements and shouts, baby. Announcements and shouts. So I'm gonna do this real quick. As I always do, gotta start with the birthdays, man. Let me start real quick with myself.
Yeah.
Hey, Tish, 35, baby. I'm getting old as shit, but this is the 35th episode. So, also want to give a shout out to my boy Jared Alexander, who was born on the same day as I was, same year. Shout out, homie. Miss you. Love you. Chris and Louis Messina, twins, same birthday, same year. Miss you guys. Hope y'all are doing well. Ashley and Jessica Bird, same day, twins. Hope y'all are doing well. Happy fucking birthday. There's so many others.
Well, that means Ashley Bird as well.
Yeah, it's like a twin thing, you know. I said Ashley Bird.
I didn't hear you. My bad.
Yeah, Ashley and Jessica Bird.
Mm-hmm.
But so they have the same birthday as I do. They're twins.
Wait, Ashley Birdbrain?
No, dude, you've met Ashley Bird, dude. You met her.
I know. Highlighter.
Highlighter. Yeah. Also, I want to give a quick birthday shout out.
I don't know what you're talking about. So.
I know. It's all good.
I'll put you another time.
I want to give a shout out to my boy Jeffro Lichtenberger, Adam Lichtenberger's older brother. His birthday is on the 23rd. He'll be turning 36. And let's just give a quick stupid shout out for the 24th of October for Drake. Okay. Drake turns 35 3 days after the Tiz. OVO, why don't you suck on this? Okay. Put an X across that OVO. Okay.
Yeah, it's weird, man.
Two of them knows what I'm talking about.
Yeah, he was jerking off looking at his OVO tat. I mean,
shit is so weird.
He's like, OVO.
Yeah, if Slim Reaper really like witnessed what happened that night, oh, dude, all hell would have broken loose.
I am hell. Just tell me where I can.
You have no idea. Two of us sitting here like, what the fuck?
I was probably fucked up.
No, you weren't invited to this one, and I'm glad you weren't because all hell broke loose anyway.
Okay, well, good.
Anyways, it doesn't matter, man. It's now 35 years old. I will be, just about now. I don't have much else to say. I mean, we kind of just tangent and just kind of talked, and this episode is whatever it is. Does anybody have anything?
Didn't NBA start tonight?
You know, honestly, it did, and I'm sitting here trying to watch it, and I'm still struggling with trying to get motivated to watch basketball.
It looks like the Dodgers are going to lose this game. So
you know what? Here's the deal. All you haters can suck a dick. Astros in baseball, we don't give a fuck. You think in 5 years they're going to still be talking about this cheating shit? No, Astros just going to have a World Series.
Yeah, they're going to still be being like, y'all were
too.
banging on trash cans.
Yeah, after enough times gone by.
So actually, no, I got my statement. And this is what I told this little bitch that was a, White Sox douchebag that had a ponytail after we beat their ass. He was like, oh, you guys fucking shit. I was like, you know what? We're still here.
Yeah. Yeah, we didn't cheat. I bet you're not saying we cheating right now because
you know what? Hey, bro, if we did fucking cheat, guess what? It's better this time.
Every baseball team
I like that
is
they
a
cheated.
cheater. They all steal.
Is
You
it just
steal
me?
bases. You steal signs. You
Is it
steal
just me, or can we
everything.
have no self honor to say, "Hey, we weren't hiding our signs good enough. They wrecked us." Like, sorry, man. I mean, like, fuck. Can't you switch it up? If I was a baseball team, odd innings would be one sign, and even innings would be another, and then the next game it would switch up again. You can't
Right,
just
and actually, I'm going to tell you this. So when I played high school football at Kincaid, there was one game where my dad was actually one of the sideline chain gangs during the game because, he liked to be involved and shit like that. My dad signaled, he was sitting, and I remember this. We were playing St. Thomas, and he was on the St. Thomas sideline. My dad was signaling me what the plays were. So think about this. Think about this. On a simplistic level, I knew what their fucking plays were. It was just me and my dad. Do you not think other teams cheat? If you're that ignorant enough to think other teams don't cheat,
It's not even
Fuck,
cheating.
fuck,
it's not
fuck,
cheating.
It's called stealing.
fuck yourself.
It's called stealing.
Yeah,
You steal
stealing is different than
bases. You
cheating.
steal signs.
It's called
you
capitalism. Greed
Capitalism.
is good.
Okay, Gordon Gecko.
Stealing is good for the soul. Freedom of the soul. Sorry.
Oh, fuck.
I mean, it's been a good show. We've been all over the place tonight, and I'm all about it. I don't care. It's my 35th birthday. Hey, Tiz fan, thank you for joining, by the way. I'll go first. I'll let it go. Stiz, you didn't join, so I'm going to do it again. The Tiz, he doesn't ask why. He asks why not. Get your mind correct. When you get your mind correct, keep your mind correct because that's the hardest part. And then, Stiz, I'm sorry, but, I'll have to do this shit again.
Fly right, fly wrong, but you didn't fly right.
Well, fly fast, eat ass. But the other one is holler at the Tiz for honor, to getting honor, to staying honor. And if you can't come in her, come on her. That's all I got to say. Happy birthday, Tiz. Who's next?
Go for it. Go for it, Slam.
Nah, happy birthday to my dog. You only turned 35 once. We gonna live it up. Everybody else can suck it.
Yes, they can.
All
right, Turok, what you got? Didn't that or what?
No, I'm going to tell you this. If you're crying under fire, then you wasn't built for war. And if a pimp took your girl, then she was never yours.
Ooh,
All I gotta say to that is
well, like that. Yeah, I appreciate y'all being on the show tonight. Mopey was on here earlier. Mopey, we love you. Bad Boys Discord, Fast Trade Kingdom Discord server. Fucking, Anchor, step it up a little bit, but we love you anyways. And
pay the man.
Yeah, cut the fucking check, dude. Cut the fucking check, Tesla.
Cut
the
fees,
fucking check,
bitch.
Anchor, and cut the fucking check, Jerome motherfucking Powell. And that's all I gotta say for the Tiz Talk podcast. This episode will be a creative name because it's 35 and 35. So after all I gotta say is peace out, Cub Scout. And if you're a Weebelo, well, that sucks because Weebelos kind of blow, like we blow, like two
Weebelos blow.
Give me that belt buckle.
You know what I'm saying? All right. Well, hey,
Here's
man. Tiz Talk, we out. Episode 35. Suck it. And we'll be back in like a week for the next episode. Two Oak, thanks for being on the show again, always as the co-host. And Slim, always a pleasure having you, baby.
Uh-huh.
Shoot me in the head, baby. I'm out.
It's the Tiz Talk Podcast.